Okay, part two. I don't know where to start. There's so much information. First of all, for my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. I know I've been kind of off the grid for a little bit, but I kind of warned everybody ahead of time why I would be, and that I would be back as soon as I could. But though most of you know that I just finished a 33-day trip all over the western United States on a Walk With Me campaign. And that's a long story, but you know, the cool thing about it is that it's helped several people, and that was what it was all about. And people are taking new steps to a new life, and just out of, you know, camaraderie, you know, if anything else. But one thing that happened on that trip is I had deliberated on whether to go from my trip track kind of changed, and I didn't even know if my friends in Colorado wanted the visitor since it was so different time frame than it was originally supposed to be. So I kind of deliberated with it, and there was some other factors involved, but I ended up going. I went with my gut intuition, and I just figured, even if things didn't work out to where I saw them, Colorado's a beautiful place, and I could just enjoy it. Well, it turned out to be more than I ever imagined. It was great to get to know my friends in person that I've known for many years, and even though we didn't have that much time together, it was really nice to spend time with them in person. I will be uploading some video footage on it, some really cool stuff that is about that area that they live in. The fact that the building codes are loose provides a lot of creativity for a lot of artists. And I even took a tour of a papier-mâché house. It's pretty amazing, pretty amazing. But anyway, on to the whole health thing. One of the things they introduced me to was a system of minerals that come from sea plants. And I don't know if any of you know this or not. Some of you do, because I've talked about it before and I've done a lot of research on it. Is the soil in the U.S., and I'm sure in most countries, but especially in the U.S., at the very minimum are depleted 30% of all the minerals that are supposed to be in there. That's pretty bad. So over time, with diseases and everything like that, a lot of these diseases are associated with starting because of those depletions, in either directly or indirectly. So that's always been something that I've tried to do, is eat fresh, try and get vegetables and stuff from places that I know, try and rotate soils and things like that as best as possible. But you know what, even then it's still depleted. So it doesn't matter if you get fresh, organic, or anything, you're still going to be lacking those minerals. And I won't get into the research now, but the minerals are so important. And if you take minerals, more than likely you're getting synthetic, and they're useless. Your body can't absorb synthetic stuff like it can natural stuff like that. So they're stealing your money, basically. So really pay attention to what you buy. But my mind's reeling because I can't help but be excited. In fact, about a week ago, not even a week ago, I had several cries in one day because I had the hopes that actually I might be able to get my life back. There's one thing that I'd like to tell you that I didn't spend a lot of time on in my past videos because it's more habit than anything else. Most of my adult life, I've had a lot of pain. And even, I can remember even as a child, having some of this kind of pain early on, but it wasn't excruciating or anything. But most of you know that I have pain in my joints and in my feet and stuff, but I never really got into the full extent of the pain. My pain tolerance is very high in certain types of pain because of this situation, and nobody seems, the doctors, the medical industry has no clue what's causing it. But the best way I can associate it with, have you ever gotten a piece of glass stuck into your skin or body or whatever from being broken? As little as it is, it hurts like heck. Well, imagine ground up broken glass in every joint, especially in your feet. And that's pretty much where I'm at, as far as where the pain's been at most of my adult life. And in the last 10 years, it's just gotten so bad that that most all the time I would waddle around the house, even in the past several weeks, even before my trip and during my trip. When I'm with people, I do everything I possibly can to mask that pain. The shoes help some, but I cannot tell you how excruciating the pain is. And there are many times where I've come on and I've said, hey, I've walked 3 miles today. But what I didn't say is 1/4 of the mile in, I was in so much pain I was sick to my stomach. Or that halfway through I had to stop and throw up because the pain was so excruciating. But I did it. And at times when I know it's worse, I know not to go 3 miles. Because I just know that it's going to end up putting my body in more... excuse me. I'm cleaning out. But anyway, at times it's, I just kind of know what to do to regulate it. And anytime I'm out in public or with people, I just bear it. Because the experience of being with people for me is more important than succumbing to that pain. This pain is what caused me to have to quit work 8 years ago. I couldn't stand on my feet more than 5 minutes without the pain shooting up so badly that it would go straight all the way up through my body into my head. That's why at first they thought maybe it might be neurological, but or arthritis or all these other things that they tested for. And it wasn't. They did tests for arthritis and all kinds of stuff, but it just wasn't. So I started taking these minerals, these liquid minerals, and the idea of it is to take them until your body is saturated, your cells are saturated, and then you don't have to take it anymore until they're depleted again, which may take years and years. They supposedly say that you don't ever have to take them again. And that after your cells are saturated, that you should go through like a colon cleanse and then a liver cleanse and stuff like that, just to try and keep your, finish cleaning out your body so that your body can work. And for the purpose of these videos, I'm not going to go into the details of what minerals exactly do for your body and how important they are. Just know that they really are. It's vital for your health and for your longevity. I just can't even tell you how important they are. It's not just one or two little things. It's important for everybody. So I started taking these, and you take it 2 ounces at a time, and then every 4 days you add 4 ounces until your cells are saturated. If you start detox symptoms, you back off 2 ounces, and then take those for 4 days. Take that for 4 days, and then you increase it again or whatever. So, I'm not going to go into all the details of all this stuff, but one of the evidences of cell saturation is so much energy that you can't hardly stand yourself, and it will eventually get to the max when you start having, as far as a little over max, is when you start having problems sleeping. And now at first, in the transition part, just a few ounces might make such a difference that you may have, issues sleeping at first. I didn't have that issue, but I did have a lot of results from it so far, and my cells still are not saturated. But my thinking level has gone way up. My energy level has gone way up. I find myself every, hour and a half or hour getting up and walking around and taking a break and walking outside to, just look at the flowers and all this kind of stuff. And my head is full of, all this information from my master's program. And typically, I used to just sit at my computer and work from morning until bedtime without an issue. Now I can't do that, which is good, because now I realize how much energy I did not have. And my cells are not saturated yet. I have noticed I have really clear skin, and when I was growing up, I really had an major acne problem. But one of the signs of detox is breaking out, and pimples and stuff. And I've had a couple of pimples here and there, which is unheard of for me because I never have them. I never use products on my face, not even in the shower or whatever. I just take my hands and rub my face down with clean water, and that's all I do. And the only thing I put on it is oxygenated olive oil. I never put anything on there that is not edible. And so for my face to break out is pretty rare, and the only other time it did is when I was detoxing last year, going through that major juice feast and stuff. I'm getting rid of crap in my lungs and stuff, so please forgive the coughing and the clearing of throat and stuff. It's a good sign. But anyway, I'm having really good results. I feel really good. The fact that I don't have to do this the rest of my life is hugely a big plus. And it tastes great. I just can't tell you what it's done for me. I mean, a lot of it, I can tell that my body is working better. I can tell everything is more regular. Everything is, I'm even getting feeling back in numb areas. It's pretty amazing. Just subtle things that happen over time that if you don't watch out, you'll miss, and then you'll look back and you go, oh, wait a minute. Over the last couple of weeks, this has changed. This kind of thing. Now, this is pretty incredible for me, but there's something even more incredible. But I'll go over that in part 2.